Hey there, welcome to this week's Caregiver Question of the Week. I'm Amelia Borland, occupational therapist, owner and founder of Higher Standards Caregiver Training, and now co-founder, this is super exciting, co-founder of WCN University, that's Whole Care Network University. And I'm here today to answer a question about sleep and Parkinson's disease. I think that the importance of talking about sleep almost cannot be overstated. Speaking from personal experience, not as a caregiver of someone with Parkinson's disease, but frankly, my experience as a mother, when my children were born, my first son did not sleep more than 2 hours for the whole first year of his life. And honestly, no exaggeration, I thought I was going to die. There's almost nothing that I have experienced personally that has been as impactful on my cognitive health and well-being, and certainly in my physical health and my mental health as being chronically sleep deprived. So we can only imagine those effects for people who are actually living with Parkinson's disease. And of course, if you are a caregiver of someone with Parkinson's disease, then protecting your own sleep it's everything. You don't need me to tell you that. But so had this question come in about sleep and Parkinson's disease and how we can help to promote healthier, more sleep when folks are struggling with it with Parkinson's disease, because that is a really common issue that often people can struggle with when they have Parkinson's disease. And of course, if you're caring for someone who has Parkinson's, then that means that is your struggle as well. So let's talk about some strategies that can be used today to help promote healthier and better sleep routines for folks with Parkinson's disease, and of course their care partners as well. Before we get started, please do keep in mind that this is for educational purposes only. If anything that I say reminds you of someone who you think or a situation that you think needs to be assessed or treated by a licensed healthcare provider, then please make sure you're advocating for that assessment and treatment from that healthcare provider, as this is really and truly for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for health or medical advice, and it is not a substitute for a therapeutic relationship. Okay, so that said, let's go ahead and dive into this topic of sleep and Parkinson's disease. As I said, it's really common for people with Parkinson's disease to have what we would call like sleep disturbance. That's just the kind of the fancy medical way that you would document when someone is having trouble sleeping or they're having chronic issues with getting good high quality sleep. Super common problem related to lots of different issues. However, there are some pretty practical strategies that we can use to help to promote better sleep. So one of the, and I can't cover everything here today, but I'm going to try and hit the big ones for you. So one of the most important things to consider when we're talking about any kind of healthy sleep routine is we really want to try and have something called sleep hygiene. And what that means is it's just, again, we like to say things in a way that makes us feel fancy and smart in healthcare. But all that means is that we want to have a routine for going to bed at night, and we want to do it the same every single night. Now, this is true for everyone, right? Everyone in the world benefits from having a good sleep routine, a good pre-bedtime routine that tells your body, that tells your mind it's time to wind down and go to sleep. This becomes even more important, though, when folks have Parkinson's disease. So making sure that there is a clear sleep routine that happens the same way, the same time, every night, as much as possibly that can be done, that helps to calm the mind, wind down the body, and kind of signal, even if that person is maybe having some cognitive issues, that whole routine can signal to them and to their brain and to their body that it's time to start winding down and getting ready to go to sleep. One of the big issues that can lead to nighttime sleep problems when people do have Parkinson's disease, kind of gets folks out of whack, is a lot of times people will have a lot of fatigue in the afternoon and they will want to take a nap in the afternoon. Now, There's nothing wrong with taking a nap in the afternoon. And I am not going to tell you that the best thing is to stop napping in the afternoon. But what we do, because the fact is, if someone's exhausted and they need to rest, we don't want to stop people from resting when they're exhausted. And certainly we don't want to try to keep someone up who's exhausted. That's going to lead to all kinds of issues with mood, behavior, perhaps aggression, increased confusion, things like that. So if people need to rest, we want to let them rest. But we need to make sure that we're doing it really intentionally. So if someone needs a nap in the afternoon, we want to make sure that that nap is doing two things. The first thing we want that nap to do is we want it to be high quality sleep. If they're resting, we really want them to get good rest. So that means making sure that naps are taking place in bed instead of maybe on a couch or a sofa, that the room is dark, that there is not a lot of noise going on, that there's not other disturbances that are going to make that quality of sleep lighter or make that quality of sleep not quite as good. So really being intentional about saying, okay, if we're going to sleep right now, if we're going to nap, let's have it be a good nap in bed with the lights off, nice and quiet, so that the quality of that sleep can be good and you can actually get good rest. The second thing that we need to do for naps, though, is we need to make sure that they are time limited. So we can't put someone to bed in the afternoon for a nap and let them sleep for, 3, 4, 5 hours. Then they aren't going to be able to sleep that night because they will be so well rested. Their body clock is going to be so far off that that it's going to be really hard to have that nighttime routine, right? So we want to make sure that that nap is good quality if it needs to happen, but also that it's time limited, really no more than an hour or two, in order to prevent it from spilling over into the bedtime routine. Let's see. The other thing that I had written down here that really is kind of like a practical functional measure is we want to make sure that people are getting exposed to light during the daytime and only having it be dark in the nighttime. One of the natural ways that our body keeps its circadian rhythm, right, being awake during the day and being asleep at night, is through exposure to light. So we want to have the shades open. We want to have light coming into the house. If we're having that natural exposure to light is going to help make sure that the body clock is on the right schedule. So that is really, really, really important. The other thing that I have to mention is the fact that, of course, and you all know, as an occupational therapist, medications are out of my scope of practice. I'm not a medication expert in any way, shape, or form, but we do know that medications affect our brains, they affect our functioning, they affect how awake or alert or tired we are. And so if the person that you're caring for is struggling with being able to sleep at night, then having a discussion with your doctor, of course, about that whole issue, but also having a discussion with your doctor about the medications that the person you're caring for is on that might be affecting their ability to sleep is a really big one too. I was just talking about this the other day with someone. Medication management in Parkinson's is everything, right? It's like such a big deal. So making sure that your doctor, your pharmacist, your PA, whoever is involved in all of the medications that your loved one is on, making sure that they're aware that there is a sleep problem and making sure that none of those medications are making it worse is really, really, really important for this issue. Okay, guys, I know this was kind of a longer caregiver question of the week, but it's a big topic and it's a really important one because it has so many effects on every person in that care partner relationship. If you're not sleeping, it is affecting your ability to function. Person with Parkinson's and the person who's providing care. It's affecting ability to function. It's affecting. Maybe I didn't sleep that well last night. It's affecting ability to think clearly. It's affecting mood, and it certainly affects your quality of life if you are not able to get good quality sleep. So it's a big question that deserves a a big answer. If you're caring for someone with Parkinson's disease and this kind of like practical information and tips is valuable to you, then please, I would really encourage you to check out the family caregiver course that I've created for people caring for those with Parkinson's disease. You can find it at wcnuniversity.com. Right now, the first 2 lessons for that course are free, so you can enroll. You basically take the first couple lessons as a preview and see if it's something that you're interested in. If you feel like it would be beneficial or not to you. But I have to say, honestly, it's a really good course, and there's so much awesome information. I really and truly believe if you are a caregiver for someone with Parkinson's disease, this is a course that, like, the information in here could really, really, really change your life for the better. So please check it out. If you're caring for someone with Parkinson's disease, it's there for you. The first couple of lessons are absolutely free, so you can dip your toe in the water and see if it's something that you're interested in. And if not, no harm, no foul. But if it is, honestly, it's got some really, really great information in there, covered in far more depth than I can do in a caregiver question of the week. So definitely check it out, y'all. Please submit your caregiver questions of the week. You can either leave a comment, tag me on it so that I see that, please, for sure, or you can submit it totally anonymous. And oh my gosh, I guess I didn't sleep last night. Totally, what was I even, anonymously? Totally anonymously. I think I said it right that time. By submitting it through the caregiver question of the week form, because we don't all want everyone to know all our business, and that is a-okay, but I still want to be able to answer your question, so you can submit it there too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. Until next time, y'all, please stay healthy, stay well, and most of all, take care. Bye.